Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
It's Hy-Vee Today for Thursday, the 24th. I looked at the screen because I forgot the date for a second. 24th of January. Can you believe the January is almost over? And pretty soon we'll be talking about February, or as some people call it, February. How do you pronounce it? February or February? Betsy is sitting in the chat on Facebook. And Betsy, I would love for you to ask our friends that are watching if they pronounce it February or February. Because it could be either. And I believe that February, not February Zoo, I think that's what that was called in Davenport, isn't February our shortest month? Is that correct? 28 days? Is that what it is? Seems like a short month. So next Friday will be the 1st of February, just like that. And I looked yesterday because someone asked me, and as of yesterday, we were 56 days away from spring. First day of spring, I believe, March 20th. So today we're 55 days away from spring. You wouldn't know it because it's cold outside. It's snowy outside. February, the second shortest month of the year in the Julian and Gregorian calendar with 28 days. There you go. You know, I always follow the Gregorian calendar. I do. And I've got a sundial in my backyard. So I know I'm talking spring, and we're a day away from temperatures, or to quote Teresa Bryant from Channel 6, temperatures. We might be like negative 30 below with the wind chill tomorrow on Friday. Bundle up. I still need to get gloves. I don't know about a hat because I like how my hair looks. Unless y'all at home think I could do better with my hair, please let us know. Don't shake your head yes, Betsy. I need to get some decent gloves. We sell gloves here at Hy-Vee. I almost bought a pair yesterday, but then I had to hurry to a meeting, and so regardless. Let's get to the show and our guest in just a moment. Ryan Broderson has a picture of something that I bought yesterday. My coworkers already think I'm odd, so what did they think when I bought 6 bottles of wine yesterday? They probably thought that that's a guy that knows a good deal when he sees one. How about 6 bottles of wine for $54? That's a great deal. And that wine, pictured right there, is all made locally at Arden Creek, where I should be a co-owner, or for long, I actually own Arden Creek. And I said, when do I get my stock certificate? And I said, even if it's just a fake one, can I get a key? And then he said, a lot of people have keys. And I said, I don't have a key, Mike. Not that I'm going to break in or go to Arden Creek after hours, but that's 6 bottles of wine for $54. Can we go back to the picture of the wine just one more time? The Red 52 in the middle, typically it's $11.99 per bottle. It's on sale for $8.99. That's a good deal. And then the Johanna, which is the lighter colors on the flanking the sides, if you'll have it, normally $14.99, on sale for $9.99. So again, I bought 6 bottles of wine for $54.16. It's a great deal. And we love Arden Creek at my house. It's just one of the many deals going on right now with the big game blowout sale at Hy-Vee, so at Wine and Spirits. So check that out. Let's get to our first guest, who's been patiently waiting now. Amy Hessel is here with the Muscatine Community YMCA. You know, we've never done, Amy, with you on the show. We have not just done the YMCA together. And you just left me hanging. Do you do it at work every day? Does Brett get on the intercom and he's like, okay, everybody, it's time to do it. And then everybody at their desk is just
maybe
like
Mel
this.
would, Brett, probably no.
You don't think so?
No.
Is it the worst idea? Yesterday, my suggestion was that CBI Bank and Trust should have fanny packs. Today, it's that the Y should do the YMCA every morning.
During the 5th inning stretch or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. What about at staff meetings? You got that nice conference room. What if everybody in unison stood up and just did it really quick? And then
we do it at the lip sync battle a lot.
Okay. I feel like you're ignoring my suggestion, and that's okay.
I'm not ignoring it. I'm just passing it by.
You're giving me the mom treatment. It's like, I hear what you're saying. I'm just going to choose to not acknowledge it directly. That's the best move when you're a parent. I was telling everybody here before we started the show, my 4-year-old had to get some shots yesterday. He had his 4-year-old well check where he's 99 percentile for weight and 74 for height. So he is a dense little man. He had to get 4 shots, and he can't walk because his legs are so sore, except for the part when he was able to climb out of his bed and get into my bed at 3 a.m. To which I pointed out to him, I know you can't walk, but how'd you get into bed? I don't know. Why is it that when kids get into your king-size bed, they can't just lay normal ways, right? Like he was sideways and the feet right in my back.
I know. It's like their superpower or something.
I guess, but it's like 3 a.m. when that happens. So that's why this show is, again, brought to you by 4 Shots of Espresso. When it comes to supporting the youth and teen programs at the Muscatine Community Y, there's so much going on in not a short window, but in the next couple of weeks, there are a lot of opportunities to help out. Starting with an opportunity for folks to grab Taco John's next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, the 30th.
This is exciting. So if you love going to TJ's, Amy, tell the folks why they need to go next Wednesday between 4 and 8.
Well, to support our annual campaign, which does outreach, support, it gives memberships to families in need so that everybody can be a member of the Y. But 25% of their sales are going to the annual campaign that night, and that's a huge percentage.
That's huge.
Like, it's exciting to see that 25%. You're like, what? So 25% from 4 to 8 that night will be going to the Y.
So that's the night when you would encourage folks, if you normally get 1 burrito, get 12.
Get 12.
Get 15 gallons of potato olays, right?
Yes. You know, you can have your dinner and your lunch the next day. So, but yeah, we encourage you to go out and just support the annual campaign because that really does keep all of our stuff kind of going for this year.
Well, and it's an easy way to support the Y, because I'm assuming you can go into Taco John's on Grandview Avenue, or you can hit the drive-thru.
Yes.
As long as it's between the hours of 4 and 8 p.m. next Wednesday. And I know that I've been on a diet. I know that I've lost a lot of weight. I don't know if there's anything better than dipping a potato olay in nacho cheese. The only thing that's better is not getting any of the nacho cheese on your persons.
I'm more of a sour cream dipper.
Really?
Yeah.
You're dipping the potato olay in sour cream?
Yes.
So you get a thing of sour cream when you go to Taco? I don't know if I've ever heard of that before. I like sour cream, let the record state.
Oh, no, that's
but a potato olay?
Yes, that's my fave.
I'm going to have to try it for the sake of science.
Yes.
And because I love supporting the Y.
There we go.
Potato olay in the sour cream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, people that are mixing the mayonnaise and the ketchup, and the fact that we now have a Mayup, whatever it's called, we've got that on the shelf. I don't even know if I could get my head around that. A potato olay and sour cream.
And maybe a little pico sauce.
At the same time?
Yeah. It's like a little layer of potato olay with pico sauce and, and sour cream.
The whole crew here is like, look at Betsy. She's like, I don't know. She's a purist, that Betsy. That's what we say about her. All right, so support the Y 4 till 8 next Wednesday. And then, so that's an easy way. Get dinner for the family, for yourself, whatever the case may be. But then you're super excited because February 9th, we talk about February being here soon. Yes. Holy moly, the wine dinner. And we've been talking about this on this show for the last almost 2 weeks now, every day mentioning it. The wine dinner is a really exciting night. It's 5 courses paired with wine. And how many years have you been doing the wine dinner?
This will be our 5th year.
Cool, okay.
So Hy-Vee has supported it all 5 years, and so we're very excited to be able to do it again. But yeah, 5-course meal, each paired with a wine and live music.
Cool.
So there'll be like a little break between a couple of the courses that we'll do some music, and then Paul will play for another half hour, 40 minutes after the dinner is complete.
Wow.
So
it's Paul Simon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here to tell you that right now.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, you didn't say his last name, so for all the folks at home know, it could be Paul Simon.
It could be.
Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Wouldn't that be something if it was Paul Simon?
That would be something.
Yeah. Does this Paul have a last name, or is it just Paul?
Well, it's Paul Freer.
Okay.
He's from the Quad Cities.
Perfect.
He's a friend of mine who's done the live music. Now this will be his third
great.
year doing the music.
So, and the wine dinner, again, it's a great experience, but it's an important fundraiser for the Y, like a very important one, right?
It is. It is one of our larger fundraisers, and it's important that all of our youth and teen programs, particularly our middle school programs, are free to all 6th, 7th, 8th graders. And you don't have to have a membership. You can come in. Most of them are free. And so it's so important that we're out here, spreading the word that we have these programs, and then we have to get fund, memberships can support some stuff, and we have United Way money, but all of that stuff is just is not as as available as it used to be. And so these fundraisers are so important to help us keep doing those activities.
And again, we talk about the variety of things that you're able to do to create these funds. A wine dinner is brilliant. It doesn't happen a lot.
No.
There's not a lot of wine dinners in Muscatine, let alone with something that's prepared by a chef. And Chef Brian Scott, I keep saying on this show, it's not Red Hot Brian Scott, it's Brian Scott. Scott works full-time in our bakery, but he is a pretty darn good chef that's trained, went to school for it, has ran kitchens, is chef Awad DeBeat's right arm at DeBeat's Bistro and Wine Bar downtown. So this guy knows what he's doing. So it's like I don't want to say it's like a fancy dinner, but it's certainly something out of the norm, out of the usual, right?
There's always, in all of the years, there's always been a course where you're like, oh, like I had no idea that I would appreciate sushi at all.
Right.
And so one year, one of the courses was sushi, and I found a couple that I like, you know, so I was like, wow, or, there's always some dessert or something that you find. My husband always loves the cheese plates, and
cheese is the best. Isn't cheese the best with anything? I told Scott, Chef Brian Scott, I said what would be kind of funny is as a gag, you brought out a plate with a corn dog on it and then a Busch Light, but it was a joke. But just to see what the reaction was from the room, because that probably hasn't happened over the years, right?
No.
A little bit of humor. This is why I'm not involved in the planning. I could just show up and buy a ticket. Tickets are $50. Again, it's 5 courses, and it's all paired with wine, and it helps out a good cause. So all the motivation is there for folks. The best way to get tickets is at the Y.
At the Y, yep. Okay. And you can call or you can stop in. Either way. If you call, we'll get those tickets, and I'll have them that night. Sure.
Now, I'm assuming, and sorry to interrupt, but the dinner is here at Hy-Vee in the Market Grill Express.
Yes.
Which is a good-sized space, but I imagine that there is a certain point where you could sell out.
Yes. So tickets. We only sell about 40 tickets.
40 tickets. So keep that in mind. If you're thinking, well, I've got plenty of time where I can show up that night, it'll be sold out.
It will be.
Because there's 40 tickets available.
And it's all plate served, so, which is another reason why you can't serve too many more than 40.
Correct.
Because you have to get it out in a timely way.
I mean, it just makes sense. This is fun to be able to continue to do this event, have it be successful. In addition to the 5-course meal, the wine, live music, silent auction, and then some raffle items available. So it is going to be a full evening, right?
Yeah. Yes.
That's another thing. Like, this is a great opportunity. People with young kids, date night, get out and have, again, not often that you go to dinner and somebody's playing music at the same time.
Right. Yep. And if you do have school-age kids, we have our Kids Night Out is at the same time. So we have Kids Night Out at the Y from 6 to 10. So it would cover all of that dinner time. And it's only $12 for the entire night, and we feed the kids. So
it's such a good deal.
You can't get a babysitter for $12 for an evening on a Saturday night. So if they're K through 5th graders, we got childcare at the Y for them, and games and crafts and a movie and dinner and snacks.
So is that something that's always gone hand in hand with the wine dinner, is having something available for the kids?
I started it the last couple of years, kind of pairing them together, so that, because we have a Kids Night Out every month or many of the months during the school year. So I did kind of like, well,
I think it's a great idea.
Got to kind of work this out together, just so that we're giving parents that option.
And you're right. Talk about affordability. For $12, you can't beat it. Ryan, we have the flyer for the Kids Night Out that is, again, going on at the same night. So Saturday, February 9th.
Yep.
Same time as the wine dinner. So if you're thinking about, I want to go to the wine dinner, but what am I going to do with the kids? Take them to the Y. Kindergarten age through 5th grade is what you said. Okay.
Yep.
So that's like 4 to 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Is that kind of right? I feel like that's not the worst
5
guesstimate.
typically.
5 years old,
By now
kindergarten.
they're 5 in kindergarten.
Yeah,
typically.
you're right. PK4 is a different thing. There it is right there. Kids night out, $12 a kid. You know, talk about the best place. Like my kids, my boys love the Y. Whenever we go, we always go with the intention. They're like, we're going to the Kids Adventure Center, and then we're going to run on the track. And we get to the Y, and they're like, can we go to Y Play? And I'm like, see ya. I'll go get on an elliptical for 35 minutes. So we love the Y, and this just makes total sense to have that going on at the same time as the wine dinner. The wine dinner tickets, $50. If you're thinking $50, just remember 5-course meal prepared by a professional chef, and it's paired with wine.
And it is supporting a good cause.
Right, and it's supporting a good cause. But don't also forget about the wine.
The wine, yes.
It's just one of those dinners that,
and what I love, too, is they do a little education on why the wine was paired with this particular course. And so for some people like me I really enjoy some wine, but I don't necessarily know how to pair it and stuff.
Same.
So it was... so it's always good. And I always walk out with a new wine that I really enjoy, too. So
how about that? Not a bad deal, right?
Yeah. So, and my friends love it then when I bring the new wine that I enjoy to the
You get to share it, right? This is a nice Sauvignon Blanc that I've paired with hot dog from microwave. That's when you get home the next day.
Everything has bacon on it right now.
Right,
so.
yeah, everything. Listen, this is a nice Zinfandel with plate of bacon that I burned in the microwave. Like the wine dinner will be a little bit fancier. But then on Sunday, when you're like, well, I went to that wine dinner, now what do I do? That's when you have fun and pair the wine. This is a nice Arden Creek with leftover wine dinner microwave food, right? I mean, you're going to have a higher level dinner, and then, I hope you get to find a wine that you like.
Yes.
And it is interesting when you talk to, and I don't know if Seth Francis is doing it, whoever's doing the wine portion of it, these wine wraps, they are sharp, right?
Yes.
Like they can tell you exactly why a specific wine will, and then when you get into the wine and cheese pairings, that's crazy. Like take a bite of this cheese, take a sip of this wine, and it works together, and you're like, this is magical. So you will learn an awful lot.
Yeah.
And support a good cause at the same
And I do
time.
find that that's what, when people are at the dinner, that they do enjoy.
Absolutely.
And actually even and learning about the food too, you know, and just kind of some of those tricks or whatever, how they prepared what they prepared. It's always fun and interesting to hear that too.
I need to check my wife's schedule. I don't know if she works. My wife works a lot of weekends, and I got to see what it looks like on the 9th. Because even if she's working, maybe I go to the dinner by myself. Mom, can you watch the kids? I'm going to a wine dinner, and
it's right
Ryan's
before
my date.
Valentine's Day,
right.
so it's a good, good Valentine's Day dinner out. But it's also we have a lot of girlfriends who come.
Sure.
You know, and work friends and stuff. So, I mean, it's just this really, I mean, you can do it from a date night to a girls' night to...
What about bromance? What if it was...
I would love to see that.
What if it was Chad and Cody and Ryan and me?
That would be awesome.
Romance.
That would be perfect.
That
fits perfectly, too.
Here's what I know about Amy. If you want to call and buy all 40 tickets right now, you'll sell them.
I will.
Doesn't matter who you are. So if it's a table of bros hanging out...
Angela already has hers.
Okay. Who's Angela?
She has come to every single wine and dine.
Good for you, Angela.
And,
good for you. How many people are at her table?
Well,
can I third wheel her table?
There's 2 of them that are coming for sure this year.
Good.
So, but yes, they were the first 2 to come in and get their tickets.
Wow.
And
that's cool.
You know, and they come. I mean, it's just fantastic because you know, like Angela, she comes every year, and it's not like, I mean, she really does want to support the Y, and she, you know, it's not like she can just write a big check out and here you go.
No,
but
this is
she
a great way
comes
to
in
do
to
it.
support the Y and enjoys it and all of that. So it's just so much fun to see. And then you'll have, you know, you'll have others who have a little bit more to share, and they come in, but some people come in groups, and some people come in and, you know, just couples. So it'll be set up so that there can be a group of people, or you can sit kind of at your own your own table and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, if you're like Scrooge McDuck and you just got a vault full of money and you want to have it by yourself, we'll let you sit by yourself, right? Again, it doesn't matter. Or the bromance table, which is a pretty good idea.
I want to see that this year.
Well, I think it could happen. All right, so not the last thing, because there's always stuff going on, but superhero and sidekick bash. I didn't know about this until you told me.
Yes.
Again, February, a busy month. This is Saturday, February 23rd. I'm not familiar. Is it like a parent-kid party?
So last year it was a mother-son event.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I got a lot of people saying, my daughter would really like this, this and that. So this year, and we've kind of taken out some of our other family or things.
Sure.
So we have gone to, this is it's a couple, so the superhero, the kid, and then their person. So it could be grandma, grandpa, mom,
Awesome.
dad. It doesn't matter. Boys and girls are invited, so we're really gearing towards the 4-year-old and 4 to 11-year-olds with the activities and stuff. If they come much younger than that, some of the activities might be more difficult because there'll be crafts and games and obstacle courses and stuff. All
homemade marshmallow shooters is what I'm reading.
Yes.
Did that say homemade You're gonna send them home with a marshmallow shooter?
Oh yeah, my cleaning staff really love it.
There's no way that they love it.
No, they don't.
Why is that the one thing that I hone in on is a marshmallow shooter? I love the fact that this is during the afternoon, 2 to 4:30.
Yes.
Scheduling an event in February when we don't know what the weather is going to be like. Putting it in the afternoon makes total sense. It's great.
Yeah, and last year we had about 86 people. We had 40 couples there, and it was just mothers and sons. So
wow.
I anticipate that we'll be bigger than that this year with opening it up to everybody. But yeah, we got the plans in. We got a sky scene made where you can lay down on it. Looks like you're flying. You can take a photo and stuff. And I got 200-pound dumbbells, that I made, and you can see I can just woo.
You're gonna be benching it. Tickets are $15 per couple, $5 for an additional superhero.
Yes.
And wow, 86 last year. So yes, I imagine you'll have easily 100, if not more.
I hope so. Yeah.
That and again, another fun way. So it's going to be fun for the superhero and their sidekick, and it's also a fundraiser, right? So these fun fundraisers. I don't know if anybody does it better with all the things that you do, from the lip sync battle to the wine dinner and the superhero and sidekick. I mean, there's a lot of great ways
they tell our stories.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
That time together for the wine and dine, as important as family time is, and time for parents to have their own time is just as important as spending it with the family and doing things like the superhero bash with the kids. What I love about the superhero bash, it's a time for one-on-one activity.
Correct.
And if you have a couple of kids, we always love the mother-son dance where one of the kids had grandma as their date and I was the date for the other. So you can still go as a family and tag team the kids and each have your own little time together. And I just find that those things are so important too. So.
100%, yes. I mean, as someone now with 3 kids, I'm learning you cannot give attention to one and not the other. Nor can I buy something for one and not have. And I mean, baby girl is just a baby, so it's only going to get worse, right? But I know that it's you know what I mean? It's true though. You can't go to the store and just think okay, I've got something for one, I've got to get something for the other now. It's the truth that happens. Any additional events coming up? We're talking January, February.
So remember, this Sunday is the Try Melon Try.
Oh my gosh, that's this Sunday?
Yes. So come and be a spectator.
Jeez
Unfortunately,
Louise.
the Y is closed that day to anybody who's not participating or spectating.
The Try Melon Try is this Sunday, the 27th?
7th, yeah.
Holy moly. I
Yes.
saw that flyer and it felt like it was an eternity away, and it's this Sunday?
I know. We still are looking for some volunteer timers.
Wow, okay.
And crowd control. So if you are interested, maybe you're not a participant, but we can still use some volunteers for the event. And I love this event. Every year it gets me excited. I'm like, I'm going to go do this next year. Well, I haven't. I did participate. I ran a couple of years.
I saw somebody jogging yesterday, and I wanted to pull over and be like, ma'am, are you okay? What are you doing? Like
You
what, the
know-
sidewalks aren't even clear, and she was just getting it down Mulberry.
You know?
And you see that, and you're like, I'm the laziest human being alive. I'm a sloth person. I'm a sloth, and she's just getting it. Like,
Well, luckily I
Just
have the
getting
tortoise
after it.
triathlon going on, so it gears me up a little bit. So even though I went home early on Tuesday, I got my recumbent bike out and used it for the first time in a year.
you're just rubbing it in now, Amy, with the recumbent
Okay,
bike.
I bought it a year ago, and it was the first time I used
Oh,
it.
that's all right. I like how candid you can be with us. Try Melon Try. You can see info on Facebook. It is so that's a great point that you made, though. So if you're a Sunday Y goer and you show up to the Y and it's not open unless
not
you're doing the
open,
Try Melon
yep.
Try, I mean that's the thing with the Try Melon Try is they need the whole Y.
Yes.
To pull that.
And we
event
will
off.
have, I believe we have 90
oh my
athlete
gosh.
spots. So that means
Wow.
that it's either a team or an individual. I'd love to see this year the trend is more individuals
Yeah.
versus
sure.
the teams. So there's still teams,
Okay.
but you know, it used to be that there were more
Mm-hmm.
teams than individuals, and now just with the difference of how
Yeah.
fitness has gone, you see a lot more individuals.
This is exciting. Try Melon Try for people that want to sweat on Sunday. Now, there's some people that are just like in good enough shape that they're like, yeah, you know what, I could probably do that. Can they still sign up?
There is a waiting list.
There's a waiting list.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and then if they get
big
if they get
deal.
enough to fill
Yeah.
a whole heat, they will add the heat. So
So there's somebody that could get a call this weekend that's like, hey, we got an opening. And they'll show
Yes.
up because
And
they're
then-
in good enough shape that it's
and
not
the
even a
weather
thing.
is a little bit dicey for
Sure.
because we have people who come from like far away. Like there
wild.
are some people who
It's great.
come from states away to participate in this every
Yeah.
year, and so
But the
and
Try Melon
local.
Try is all indoors, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I see what you're saying. We do have a chance for some bitter cold, maybe a little bit more snow.
Yes.
I think Sunday night we have a chance. I don't know. It's like I don't want to predict the weather.
No.
But that's great to know that there's a waiting list
Yes,
for the Try
yes.
Melon Try. Holy moly. Ryan Broderson, let's go to the Y website. We've talked about a lot with Amy Hustle this morning if you're just joining us. An opportunity to contribute to the youth and teen programming next Wednesday. That's January 30th, 4 till 8. Taco John's donating 25% of all sales.
Yes.
So spend a lot.
Spend
I
a
don't
lot.
want anybody spending less than $20 at Taco John's. You heard it here first. Spend as much as you like. February 9th is the annual wine dinner. Tickets on sale. 5 courses, wine pairings. Great time, great cause. Get those tickets at the Y. Same time on that Saturday, February 9th. Kids Night Out at the Y. And then the Superhero and Sidekick event coming up on February the 23rd. The Y website, it's got all the info on there. Social media, same thing. There's some notes on the Try Melon Try. The Y, renovations are done. I still hear from people that are going into the Y for the first time.
Yes.
And that's where I live, right? I am on an elliptical in that picture. I'm not, but that's my spot. I get on an elliptical and I sweat it out. It's just such a great, the amount of space that y'all have now is just that picture alone, right? The lobby.
love
And I
it.
know you're thinking, Tony, it's a lobby. You're that excited. No, I am that excited. The basketball gym and the track. It's
we
so
love
great to have
the
it
new
done.
gym because we have so many more pickleball times. You can play pickleball,
The pickleball
almost
is
every day
intense.
at the Y. It is.
The pickleball, let me tell you, these
I had a
people,
rough day on the court yesterday.
These people with the pickleball, I was just on the track with my boys a night or two
Yes.
ago, and
Yeah,
the
Tuesday
pickleball's
night.
going on, and it's a whole thing.
Yes, and there's
Wow.
quite a
They're
few
getting
people
after
who
it.
come Tuesday, Friday nights.
Yeah.
Friday nights is a huge, huge turnout of people.
It is. It's a lot. My boys were disappointed because they sometimes like to go dribble a basketball.
Oh.
And they're like, what are they doing? And I was like, it's pickleball. And it's intense.
It
Not
is.
like trash talking intense, but just like the level of competition.
It
It's
can
a real
be.
deal.
Yeah.
All right, and the last thing we'll say, if you find yourself unable to make it to things like next Wednesday's fundraiser or the wine dinner or the Sidekick and Superhero event, but you want to give, stop by the Y, write a check, bring cash.
Yep.
It's always accepted, I'm assuming.
Yes.
People
Yep.
that maybe you're
And-
busy, but you're thinking, I would love to be at that event. I can't make it.
We
Can
can
I make
always
a
use
donation?
silent auction baskets and
Okay.
items too. So
Yeah.
if you're a home business maybe that
Yes.
has some extra inventory that you want to kind of put out there.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
With your card, of course.
Right, with your plastic is accepted. 263-996, 563-263-9996 for the Y. get a hold of Amy. Get your tickets for the wine dinner. It's here at Hy-Vee. 5 courses, wine, good time. And you'll be back on the show in a couple weeks, and we hope to have Chef Brian Scott with us at the same time to maybe preview the menu.
Awesome.
And you're not opposed to my idea of a corn dog and a bush latte. The fourth course shall be corn dog with bush latte.
That could be like the beginning of the day, you know.
That's right.
Like you come in and.
You imagine the reaction? People will be like, I paid $50 for a corn dog and bush light. It's a joke. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank
and
you.
I will see you. Well, you might not see me because I'll probably be in the drive-thru next Wednesday with my kids. But they love potato olays, and if we can support the Y, we're in. We're all in.
Awesome.
All right, Amy Hustle, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to go Toyota of Muscatine Cart Cam, Cody behind the wheels of steel. Today, ladies and gentlemen, there's a couple things going on the 24th of January. It is National Peanut Butter Day. Don't know if you knew that or not. If you love peanut butter, we've, of course, got you covered here at the Hy-Vee, as people like to say, the Hy-Vee. And then it's also National Compliment Day. So, Cody, you're doing a fine job operating that Toyota Muscatine Cart Cam. And, Betsy, you did a fine job when you abandoned the set earlier to go buy a bunch of Snickers bars for no reasons. Tremendous. You did a marvelous job. I'm glad that you got Snickers. It is my favorite candy. Full disclosure, haven't had one in a while. And then it's also, ladies and gentlemen, it is National Beer Can Day. Now, when it comes to beer cans, next week on the show, we're going to talk to quite a few folks in the beer business, including some that I think do a really good job with the packaging of their beers, right? So one of the guys next week will be from the Surly Brewing Company, and Surly has a lot of fun cans. And then we'll also talk to somebody from Reunion Brewing. And Cody now is talking to Alex Armstrong, and we are going to bring, I asked for the largest can of beer that we have here at Hy-Vee. I'm assuming it's going to be a Foster's, Australian for beer. But I also know that we've got some large cans of beer. So it is Beer Can Day, it's Compliment Day, and it's National Peanut Butter Day. So the ultimate thing to do would be to find a giant can of peanut butter beer and then compliment someone while you're enjoying it. Like, Steve Graham, that's a nice shirt and tie you've got on. Steve Graham, you appreciate a nice beer with nice packaging.
I do, but I was kind of thinking the largest can of beer would be a keg. You know, it's kind of like tomato. Some people think a 9-inch pizza is a single serve. Some people think a 16-inch pizza is a single serve.
Cody opting for a giant PBR, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. All right, that's good. My mother-in-law's boyfriend, Glenn, also known as Dude, is a PBR. I think there's more PBR right there, so we'll have that giant PBR. Steve Graham on the show, ladies and gentlemen, looking dapper this morning. Do you have you ever found yourself sipping on a peanut butter beer? I've had one of them before.
I have had a peanut butter porter, and a peanut butter wheat.
And a peanut butter wheat?
Yeah, they were both delicious. Okay. Neither one of them I would drink all night long.
No.
Not that I would ever drink all night long.
Right.
But
they're
good. They're good for a mix-in.
An occasional peanut butter porter.
You bet.
As Cody's coming back, I wonder if he can still hear me. Let's send Cody down aisle 4, which is where the peanut butter would be here at Hy-Vee, if I'm not mistaken. I've been wrong before. So I just want to get your take, because if I had to assume, you're kind of like me, regular peanut butter's fine, but if I had the choice, and I don't really have the choice anymore with kids, I'm a crunchy peanut butter guy. Call me crazy.
Well, if I had my choice, Tony, I would go to the health market and make my own peanut butter. This is, I mean, you watch it happen. It is nothing but peanuts.
Literally peanuts in a machine.
Freshly ground into a nice butter.
It's a pretty good deal.
That's what I go for anymore.
All right, National Peanut Butter Day, a lot of options on the shelf. There is some creamy Hy-Vee brand. Cody, see if you can find the Smucker's All Natural. It's in a glass container. That's what I have at the house, because
should be up top.
Being on a diet, look on the top shelf. Being on a diet that doesn't exclude peanut butter, the Smucker's Natural one, it doesn't really, it's kind of like the thing in the health market. The ingredients, you look at it and it's like peanut butter and a little bit of oil. Like, that's it.
Peanuts.
Peanuts, right. And I think Cody's found it right there. That's bring that back to the set, pal. That's good stuff right there.
And that's 2 spoons. We're going to each take a spoonful and then try and talk.
2 spoons. That's the kind of peanut butter, though, when you open the jar, you got to stir it.
Yeah.
Because the oil comes up. So if you buy that, I don't want you to be alarmed and think that it's gone bad.
No.
Because it has not.
It's just good.
It's good.
Butter.
I'm also the guy that back in the day, a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in school. I don't know if there's anything better than taking the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, opening it up, and then putting some Doritos in the middle. Did you ever do that when you were in school?
Well,
Do you remember?
Tony, no, we didn't do that.
Okay.
Not that I'm judging.
You're above that is what you're saying. Thank you, Cody.
That is a big can
That's
of beer.
a huge can.
My
of
favorite
PBR.
was
Size of that.
toast, peanut butter, jelly, folded over, dunked in milk.
Oh,
that was
my.
breakfast.
Okay. So a peanut butter fan is what we're getting at.
Yes.
Steve Graham did not come on the show just to talk about peanut butter and giant PBRs, although that is a massive 32-ounce beverage. National Beer Can Day, everybody. One of your ideas, hey, look at that. That's it right there. Peanut butter and jelly and Dorito sandwich.
Sometimes your car's low on a quart of oil. Sometimes your body's low on a quart of beer.
That's right. That's the trick right there. An idea that you've had, literally, you've told me about this idea to have a wedding in Hy-Vee for the last 6 years.
I have.
6 years
we've
you've been
dreamed
saying,
of this. Yeah.
I was at the radio station, you're like, I want to do a wedding in the store. And I always thought, it's a great idea. It's a fun idea. People get married at fast food restaurants. This is way better than that. And now it's happening with I Do in Aisle 2. And what I have told people is that we do this show, we are in Aisle 2. So on the 23rd of February, there will be a wedding taking place right kind of in this neighborhood where we're at. How are you feeling about that idea finally going to be something that happens?
It's very exciting. You know, it started out as a laying in bed one night, couldn't sleep. What could we do fun? Then I approached you about it, and we were like, hey, we can actually make this happen. And I think just between schedules and time, it was just hard to get together and actually sit down and plan and coordinate and put all the steps together and move forward with it. And now that we are partners in crime, it's like, it is happening. We've made it happen. It's very exciting. There's nothing for them to do.
They don't have to do anything except type 150 words as to why they should be the ones that win the wedding. So the ceremony will happen here in aisle 2. The reception will be in the club room. About 40 or 45 people, which I know is not a lot, but the reason that weddings are expensive is when you start to get into the 100, 150, 200 guests, you're taking that number of guests and then timesing it by the amount per person. So that's where weddings can get pricey. This is all free. So even if it's a smaller wedding, you have to keep in mind that it's 40 or 45 people and it's free. I mean, we put the value at $5,000, but then getting these guys involved with Media Tree and the fact that they're going to be able to hand the couple like a flash drive of their wedding, that bumps it up to at least $6,500 to $7,000 in value. So food covered, cake covered, flowers covered, DJ covered, ceremony you don't have to worry about. We've even thrown in a wedding band for the groom from Mary's Diamonds and Jewelry, and then an overnight stay that night at the Merrill Hotel and Conference Center downtown. So they just have to tell us their story. And like I've been saying, whether people think it's a silly idea or not, you and I both know how much a wedding costs. And they're saving, right? I mean, the old saying is, well, just go to Vegas and elope. This is cheaper than that. You don't have to buy a plane ticket.
And better. I mean,
and way better.
We're providing everything for
Yes.
this. It's a stress-free experience. It's going to be a little unique, a little fun.
Sure.
Who doesn't want to be married by Tony Tone?
That's what I'm saying.
I can be a personal attendant that day.
That's
I will
right.
do whatever you guys need to make the evening fun and festive, and make sure the ceremony goes off without a hitch. So I think it's going to be a fantastic time, a fantastic ceremony.
The hardest thing for us is going to be picking who wins this.
There's been some quality applicants coming in.
Yeah, I don't even want to vote. I mean, it's tough to decide when people are sharing their story with you. And like you said, there have been some really good ones.
There have been some people that have poured their heart out, and it means a lot to be able to give back to somebody and do something to help them out, realistically for the rest of their life.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be a great start. And again, there's some people that'll go into debt with a wedding because they want to have this wedding of their dreams.
Or people that can't get married because
they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Right. No, it's a very real thing.
Yeah,
you think about I don't even know what it would be. The national average cost of a wedding is at least $5,000 to $10,000.
I've told my daughter we'll be serving peanut butter and jelly with Dorito sandwiches at her wedding, and we will all make them the night
Look at
before.
That would be great. Peanut butter and Dorito sandwiches at your daughter's wedding. Not that she's engaged or anything, but if it heads that way, yeah.
You know how it works.
Look at that. The average cost of a wedding in the United States for 2017, I was way off. $25,764. Now, that is in no shape the average in Muscatine. But I can tell you that a lot of things. It's darn close. Figure in the state of Iowa, in Muscatine, if we're being specific, in Muscatine, you're going to be in that 5 to 15 window.
Easily.
For sure. Because
Easily.
that's where you get into it. The cost per plate or the cost per person for the reception. Say the average is $15 to $30. Times that by however many guests you have, and that's where you start to get that total. Or you could win it all for free here at Hy-Vee.
Then you got the church
Marvelous.
rental, then you got the reception hall
about
rental,
flowers?
then you've got
Flowers aren't
the
cheap.
videographer,
Right.
then you got to pay
Big
the
old
flowers.
Yeah.
You name it, it all adds up, and we're glad we can help take care of all that.
It's an exciting thing to be able to be a part of, that's for sure. Get those entries to us on Facebook. Something else that's fun, I showed this a couple minutes ago. Yesterday you weren't here, I bought 6 bottles of wine. It was $54. I saved 10% off. I saved almost $6 because I bought 6 bottles of wine. Not to mention, we've got this wine and spirits big game blowout ad.
Yeah.
And the wine is just one of the many deals, and I hope that we show the ad here in just a second, because this is an opportunity for folks to come and see us at Wine and Spirits and just stock that fridge in the garage or get a gift for someone's birthday that's coming up, whatever the case may be. A lot of these prices we won't see
ahead.
again.
Yeah.
So look at this, all right? So I don't even know where to start. What's your favorite? Tell us your favorite. We'll zoom in on it.
Well, I still think, an amazing deal is the Crown Royal, $11.99 a bottle.
Silly.
Are you kidding me?
It's silly.
Are you absolutely kidding me? There's a $40 mail-in rebate with purchase of 5 bottles. You have to buy the 5 bottles, but $11.99. You're never going to hear of that price.
No, never. And the best part is, you get the mail-in rebate. A week or two later, it's like a surprise check in the mail, and you're like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
Oh, yeah.
Crown Royal just paid me to buy. Crown Royal is paying you to buy their product. Essentially,
Yes.
Crown Royal is paying you to drink Crown Royal.
Yes.
That's a good deal, and
That-
it makes a great gift, by the way, because Crown Royal bottles still come in those fun bags, right?
Yeah, they come in the bags, but also you don't need to get 5 of one. There's apple, there's vanilla, there's the original. I mean, there's just options out there.
Yeah, the fact that there's all these varieties of Crown is a lot of fun. You and I both are a fan of the Jameson, and it would be one thing to have just a bottle of Jameson Irish whiskey for $19.99, but it's still that gift set that comes with the 2 airplane-sized
Comes with
bottles.
the IPA version and the stout version.
It's so great.
I had a friend tell me that the stout version goes great in a coffee.
Oh, is that friend's name not Steve Graham?
Yes.
Nice. It's
Yes.
your evil twin.
Yes.
That told you that. That's right.
It does go well in coffee. So my friend.
I
told me.
believe it. We're not seated far, and there's the wine deal, by the way. That I had some of that Johanna when I got home last night. It's great. I've had it before, but it had been a while. And for $9.99, it's normally $14.99. If next to that, Ryan, the Stella Artois and the Goose Island, and we're doing the show not too far from a display of Stella that's advertising this unbelievable deal, and it truly is. Goose IPA is great. The Goose Island 12 packs. There's so many that I enjoy. That's Stella though. I'm a Stella fan, and I said this the other day. It kind of smells funny, and that's not a bad thing, I don't think. And I think you would admit that Stella Artois smells a little weird sometimes, but it tastes delicious.
What I would say is it doesn't smell funny. It smells unique, because I am that kind of nerd that when I pour a glass of a new beer,
smell it.
the first thing I do is smell it, just to entice my taste buds.
Oh, yeah.
So, as far as weird smelling, it might smell different, but it tastes delicious.
I'm a fan of Stella. I like Stella.
I would recommend pouring that into a tulip glass.
Yes. Stella is a very good beer. And if you haven't tried it at home, to be able to pick up a 12-pack, 2 12-packs for $20. I'm not good at math, but that's $10. per 12 pack. It's a great savings.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it really is, because that's also one of those beers that doesn't really ever go on sale that often, and that's true. You and I both know that as people that have bought Stella. It's not on sale that often, so you really got to look at that ad. It's on the back page of the Waste Muscatine newspaper, and a lot of folks, you know, with the big game coming up, New England taking on Los Angeles February 3rd, if you're going to a party or hosting a party, if you can save money at the same time, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? And why wouldn't you drink a great beverage while you're watching the big game?
That's what it's all about.
I mean,
two things to mention before I let you go, because you are busy. Thursday night, we're doing this right now. It's Thursday morning. Tonight, starting at 4 o'clock, these Thursday night steak dinners that Kim and the kitchen are doing, I think they sold out last week. I don't know if you knew that or not. So they're flying out of here. And it's really because it's an unbelievable price for an 8-ounce or 12-ounce. It's a different cut of steak each week, and the quality, it comes from the meat department. Tonight, it's Choice Prime Sirloin. So, Steve, let's do some math. Say you're picking up dinner, Thursday night steak dinner. Say your better half wants an 8-ounce sirloin, $8. You want the 12-ounce. You're at $20, and it comes with the garlic mashed potatoes and a vegetable. Show me any place else where you can get a Choice Prime sirloin steak with 2 sides and be out the door with tax. What are you looking at? $21.50 maybe?
Yeah,
that's
$21.40.
ridiculous.
That's a fantastic deal. It's great, and I think that's why they're catching on. I think that's why more and more people are coming. And also, look at the weather today.
Yeah, I don't want to look at the weather. It's cold.
I mean, do you want to be the one outside grilling today?
No. I want Hy-Vee to do the work.
We want to be out grilling for you today, and it makes a fantastic dinner. Plan that. It's every Thursday. It's all the way through the end of March. We'll have a different delicious meal for you, and it's $8 for the 8-ounce, $12 for the 12-ounce. Oh, they looked so good last week too.
The way I look at it is like, you know, you could come to the meat department and get an 8-ounce prime sirloin steak and then buy the potatoes and boil the water and mash the potatoes and get the garlic and get the butter and get the vegetables. Or
you aren't doing that for less than $8 yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I look at it this way. I'm paying $1 per ounce of my steak, and then the sides are free. That's how I'm looking at it.
And then I'm getting bonuses on the side.
That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
And if you're watching your carbs, get double vegetables. As Kim Beckman has said, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you can't be. Don't be that guy. That looks like someone we know. Don't be that guy. Look at that. There's snow on the food. That's not good. We don't know what's in these snowflakes.
Well, you can
gonna
tell
do
the
that
grill
for?
wasn't fired up yet because there was also snow on the grill.
Oh, I didn't even look at that. I was fixated on the fact that, oh, you're right.
Attention to the small details.
The grill is still covered.
I actually shoveled my grill off yesterday.
You shoveled your grill?
Yes.
Wow. That's dedication. Last but not least, it was last Friday. 2,100 tenderloin sandwiches left the kitchen here at Hy-Vee. When you put something together like a tenderloin sale for $1.99, we all have hopes that it'll go well. We know it's a good deal. We know that the hand-breaded tenderloin is good and that our customers would appreciate it. I don't think any of us were prepared, nor could we have predicted that it would have been that successful. I mean, wow.
What I will say is we prepared ourselves for the worst, and I think we were ready to handle it as best as we could.
And we did, and that's the thing. Like, you know,
it was phenomenal.
The staff in the kitchen deserve all. And I know people are thinking you're still talking about this. Well, listen, they worked nonstop. None of them took a break. I mean, they had a shift change at like 4, but the people that were there in the morning didn't stop working. And not that we didn't allow them to take a break. I'm just saying, like, there wasn't a lot of time. There wasn't any downtime. So many people were buying the tenderloins and the mac and cheese.
But it's fun.
Oh, it was an absolute blast. I mean, the store was electric. And
Question.
Yes.
Does everything, I would like a tenderloin with everything.
Okay.
Does that mean ketchup, mustard, pickle, onion? Or ketchup, mustard, pickle, onion, mayo, lettuce, tomato?
Ooh.
Cheese.
Wow. See, I like cheese on a tenderloin, but I don't know if we were putting cheese on tenderloins last Friday. I can't even remember. It's all a blur.
We had a couple customers request it,
Yeah.
but it was funny because you'd have to verify when they'd be like,
Right.
Tenderloin with everything on it. Well, what is
Do you
everything?
mean everything?
Do you
or
mean everything?
Right. What
The
do
whole
you
kitchen
really
sink.
mean?
One should be everything, and one should be the kitchen sink. I think.
like this idea. I mean,
Yeah.
there were lines throughout the course of the day. I was trusted to hand-bread tenderloins, and it was all that we could do to keep up. Like, we were breading them, and they were frying them. So you talk about fresh.
It was amazing.
Nothing was sitting under a heat lamp. I mean, these were literally hitting the fryer and then boom. And as we were talking about the other day, I mean, a tenderloin sandwich should always hang off of the bun, right? Like, you never want to have too much bun. But then there's really, I don't know if there's a right way to approach that tenderloin sandwich. I kind of like will pull some of the sides apart. I know people that'll cut it in the middle and then like nibble around the sides.
I've seen people double stack it so it all fits in the bun.
I came up with an idea where we could create almost like a lazy Susan that you put the tenderloin on and then you just turn it and take bites as it's going by. That's not a bad idea. I've had worse ideas.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Nobody's come up with a better idea on a way to eat a tenderloin.
Heck, if that's the case, just put it on a rotisserie so you just stand there and eat.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. This could be an invention for like the state fair.
The tenderloin snacker.
I need a tenderloin holder so I can I can be arms free and just taking bites.
Yes.
And then it just turns around.
Just continues.
It's solar powered, so it doesn't need a battery, and then it just rotates. And then you take it off and give it back to the...
Like an apple core, and it just keeps getting smaller and closer to your mouth until the last bite.
This is a great idea.
I think we're retiring after today.
This is
patent pending. Patent pending.
Copyright 2019, Hy-Vee with Tony Tone. All right, we'll let you get out of here. Don't forget Thursday night steak dinner tonight, and every Thursday, 4 till 7. The tenderloin deal, $1.99, coming back. Friday, February 22nd, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And there will be a wedding in this store Saturday, February 23rd. Get on Facebook. You've still got time. We're picking and announcing the winner next Saturday already, February 2nd. So you've got time, 150 words or less. Here we go.
Get it done. Prime steak tonight,
Prime
folks.
steak. Yeah,
I'll see
it's
you
the
here.
best. All right, let's go. CBI Bank and Trust Aisle Cam. I hope that there's not a goat in the store, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking for that goat. If you've seen
it, of the goat.
It's not. Chicago Cubs fans, divert your eyes. Good, look at that. It's the soap goat, everybody. You know, that goat's been here for a while, and the products are great. Their products are really good. It's caught me by surprise numerous times when I'm near the pharmacy and I look up and that goat's just looking into my soul. He's got a cute little goat tee, doesn't he? Little goat tee action going on there. Yeah. All right. National Peanut Butter Day, Beer Can Day, and Compliment Day. Look at the size of that. That is a big beer, y'all. 32 ounces of fun. Wow. Enjoy responsibly, of course. And Smucker's All Natural Peanut Butter. When I'm having peanut butter, I turn to Smucker's. Naturally chunky peanut butter. Ooh. Kind of like me, naturally chunky. We're friends. All right, a couple things to mention and we'll get out of here. Store is getting a little busy. I feel it. I feel like we may be busy today. This is a good day to leave early. Maybe some weather in the forecast for Friday. We'll see what happens. So let's mention Ryan Broderson. Let's go straight to the cholesterol screening, and then we'll do cake auction and Special Olympics basketball, and we'll get out of here because we've kind of covered all of our other bases. So cholesterol screening in the parking lot. Hy-Vee Healthy U-Mobile will be here on Tuesday, the 5th of February, starting at 7 a.m. You can get a cholesterol screening. Standing up again, Betsy. Sometimes I just need to stand. I think it's because I'm so tall, you know? Where's my Snickers, Betsy? Where's my Snickers? Thank you. Is that really for me? I feel like you bought 4 and there's 5 of us. You didn't think that out. They turned down a Snickers? Wow, that's sad. I don't even know why you bought Snickers. Was there something in the chat that I missed? Okay, well, I'm glad you're watching it. That's what we got you. Betsy's in the mix. Okay, 7 to 11 a.m., Tuesday, February 5th. That's also the 1-year anniversary of this show. And I've got something special in the works, Ryan. Don't you worry about jumping out of a cake or anything. I'm taking care of it. You just show up that morning. We'll get you all taken care of. We're going to cut his hair live on the show. 7 to 11 cholesterol screening, February 5th in the Hy-Vee Healthy U-Mobile. Ladies and gentlemen, don't miss that. How about the cake auction, Friday, February 8th? Again, we're sitting here. Header starting at 6 o'clock. Girls and boys taking on Davenport West. And live and silent auction cakes available. Hy-Vee will be serving up cake and ice cream in the lobby or the foyer if you'll have it. Last year, Hy-Vee store director Jim Simmons, the entire time, the man did not stop serving cake and ice cream. I was there for like an hour. He's a machine. Jim and his wife, Tina. They'll be there. Additional Hy-Vee staff will be there. Yours truly, trying to avoid eating all the cake. Give me the cake. Give me the cake. I might even bring my own Whitey's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. I'm not going to lie to you people. I've had Whitey's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Even though I've been on a diet, it's like the one thing that I've allowed myself because it's my favorite. No offense to any other ice cream places. You're marvelous. But if I won the lottery, I would put a Whitey's right next to the movie theater, and then I would make even more money because that's a great idea. Last but not least, Tuesday, February 12th, Special Olympics basketball. Can't support this game enough. And I talk about it every day because I'm reminding you that Special Olympics versus the Fire Department and Police Officer basketball game is in a new location this year. It's at Muscatine High School, which has more space to come and watch this game. Special Olympics, they'll do a great job. I'll be refereeing, volunteer ref, along with Hy-Vee store director Jim Simmons. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock sharp. The game will be live streamed thanks to Media Tree and play-by-play coverage with Brian Musell. Raffle items, T-shirts, baked goods available. Ready to go. I want to get a ref shirt. I may have to buy a referee shirt this year. I've got a lot of great Special Olympics Muscatine shirts, and there's nothing wrong with those. But I feel like I should have the ref shirt, you know? Like a nice ref shirt. And they've got the handheld whistles now. Have you seen those? Those are fun. You don't even have to do this anymore. You just press this, and it makes a whistle sound. So giving me one of those is a bad idea because I can't stop pressing it. It's like a clicky pen. It's like this. I can't stop clicking it. It's just a thing. All right, that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you for watching. Thanks to Amy Hessel with the Muscatine Community YMCA. Next Wednesday, go to Taco John's. They're donating 25% of sales from 4 to 8 p.m. to the Y and their youth and teen programs. February 9th is the wine dinner here at Hy-Vee. Get your tickets at the Y. And then February 23rd, they're doing a superhero and sidekick event. Visit muscatiney.org. Learn more. Check them out on Facebook. And thanks to Hy-Vee Perishables manager Steve Graham for being here. Celebrate National Beer Can Day, National Peanut Butter Day, or just pay someone a compliment. Will you compliment someone today or this evening? Is that something that you're able to do, is pay a compliment? I'd compliment that guy for that pose. Mighty fine-looking elbow you've got there, sir, but what happened to your goatee in that picture? It appears to be lost. Thank you for watching the show, and here's a compliment. Everybody that watches this show, you are a fabulous person. You're good enough, you're smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like you. You just need to be reminded of that. And that's not the PBR talking. Betsy, throw me that Snickers, will you? I've earned it. I don't think you're going to make it if you throw it from there, but heave it over. Here we go. That was the worst catch ever. The Snickers ricocheted off the peanut butter. That would have been a happy accident if the Snickers fell into the peanut butter. Num num. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust. Thanks to Toyota Muscatine and team staffing. This is Tony Tone. We'll see you Friday live at 8:30 or on cable weeknights at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. on Muscatine Power and Water, Channel 5. Thanks to our friends at Remax, and thank you for watching. Come out and see us here at Hy-Vee if you need anything. That is it, y'all. Goodbye and good evening if you're watching this tonight.
You're watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone.
Be very, very quiet while hunting wabbits.
We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community.
I'm trying to emote for the play that the alumni are putting on in Wilton.
Yeah,
this
man.
Friday, Saturday.
Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.